Hello, all my stamping friends out there. I want to welcome you to my studio for a Technique Tuesday. I am Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I'm glad that you're here. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are if you've been coming to my channel and to my Facebook, then welcome back for that. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified of any of my future videos. And so today I have a pretty cool card, and you may have already seen this one, but I really liked it and hadn't thought about it in a while. And so it is called a layered spotlight card. And so I am going to do this with just 2 layers of glimmer paper and with DSP. And so in the past, I have cut all the different pieces, but I'm like, well, why can't I just do this with 2 different ones? Because of the way that you do things, then it kind of covers up all the other bits and pieces. And so I hope that you'll really enjoy this card. And so we will get started with that. So give me just a moment to switch the camera down to my countertop. All right, so here is the card that we are going to do today. It is, like I said, it's the spotlight, a layered spotlight, I believe they're calling it. And I'm using the glimmer paper, and it is called the Festive Glimmer Paper, and it's there's 3 different colors. There is red, and then there's a lighter green and a darker green. I think one of them might be Old Olive, and the other one might be Granny Apple Green, I believe. And so I decided to use the red glimmer. So I do have a piece of that. So we're going to get all the pieces that we have here out of this one sheet. And then we also have the DSP, and this is new DSP, but it came in a set called A Little Bit Festive. And so it has DSP with it, and then also has some of that infra pieces in there that you punch it out, and then you can use those as layers as well. But today I'm not doing that on this card, but I'm using the DSP because I just love this really festive DSP with the Christmas bulbs on it, or at least the ornaments on it, and the greenery. And I thought with this, it just shimmers and shines in the light. The camera doesn't do it justice, but in person it's like it just shimmers like crazy. And so I have a piece of that, and I will give measurements of all of this. So there's that. And then I guess I do have another little piece to do die cutting for my sentiment there. So I'm going to put that up there. So to start things off, I'm going to use the sophisticated sled, and just to do this one sentiment here, and it says, let's decorate the season with happiness. And that's what I did on here. And I did just use that for my let's see, I believe it was my Make It Monday. So yesterday I made this for my Make It Monday, and I used this here set, and I don't know where that card is, but it's on my YouTube channel, and it's also I don't know if I've uploaded it yet. I think I did. It's on my YouTube channel, I do believe. And then it's also on my Facebook page under the lives. And so that's what this one is also, is a live for my Technique Tuesday. I haven't done a lot of lives here lately. I've been either pre-recording them or, what have you, and then uploading them. But I'm trying to get back into doing my Facebook lives. So we are going to use the Deckled Rectangles dies for this to do all of our layers. So I'm going to open this up, and we're going to use 4 different layers. So this is the 3rd one down and the 4th one down. Okay, So number 3 and number 4, counting from the outside down. So then that would be 5, 6. So this one's number 7. And then this one's number 8. If you're counting from the center, it'd be 1, 2, 5, and 6. Okay, so whichever way. So it's the 2 middle ones and then the 2 smaller ones. All right, so those are the ones that we're going to use, and that's the deckled rectangles, and that's number 159173, and that stamp set is 164340. But you could use whatever sentiment that you have that would fit on this here little label that we're going to do. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put these away because I've already pulled them out. I'll try to get that slid back down. I have trouble getting them down in the, there we go, down in the envelope. If it goes with the stamp set, then I usually store it on the inside. So I usually make a photocopy of the set while it's on the card, and then I slide it in the back of my case, and then I open it up and I put them on a magnet, and then I put them in the sleeve and have them on the inside of the case. So here's what I'm telling you all that is I'm going to open this up to get that stamp out because I forgot to grab that. So that is how I store my dies normally if they go with a stamp set. And like I said, I make a photocopy of it, have that on the back, and then on, the dies are in the front of the case. Now the ones that are the deckled, they don't really go with a certain stamp set, so I leave those in the sleeve, and I have a certain place where I keep my die cutting machine, and they're in a container to save them there. So I'm going to grab my block here, and I'll try my best to lay this down on this straight line on my desk here. I'll try to put that on as straight as I can. Can't promise that it is, but I did my best. So I'll put those up there for now. So I do have a piece of the Festive Red Glimmer Paper, and it does not come off on you, okay? It just kind of, our glitter paper used to, and you'd have glitter everywhere. But on this one here, it doesn't come off, but look how that just shimmers and shines. It looks like little diamonds on there. And this is the red. And this piece is, let's see, this is 5 1/4 by 4. And then this piece of A Little Bit Festive DSP, this piece is 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 5 inches by 3 3/4. And then I have my piece of garden green cardstock, and it is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And I always put the bump on the inside of my card base. I'm going to go ahead and fold that. And look for my bone folder. I have it here just a few moments ago. Oh, I think that might have been what fell off on the floor. So I'll just use this. I improvise a lot because I a lot of times cannot find what I'm looking for. Look under my die cut here. Oops. Nope. Just have it. Oh, it's right over here. I moved it off my desk. I found it. I do that a lot. Okay. So we're going to do that. All right. So we have that, and then I have garden green ink to do our sentiment. And then I also have these iridescent adhesive back discs. I do believe they're still in the catalog. I forgot to check on that, but that's okay. You can use whatever embellishments that you want to do this card. And so I'm going to use the red ones down here and a few of the others. So we have that as well. So I'm going to put that up there. I'll put this over here, and I'll put my card right there, front and center, so that you can see what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and do my stamping. I'll bring in this little scratch piece where I did a one of my videos in my Halloween series. So I like to stamp off to make certain it looks good. I'm going to put that best I can in the center. I think I'm going to flip that over because I don't think I'll be able to get that. When I put my deckled thing on there, I think it'd be too close to one side or the other. I can decide whenever. If you have it on both sides, you can decide whenever you go to cut it out. So that's just a little tip there. So I'm going to move that out of the way, grab my little chamois here. I've been telling this with every video, and you're probably getting tired of hearing it, but this is a fourth piece of our chamois. Looks kind of yucky, but it still cleans, and I wash it out with a little drop of either Dawn or antibiotic soap, and then I scrub it really well for a while, and then when eventually it just is kind of gross, I throw it in the washing machine and wash it with towels and stuff, but I don't add fabric softener to it. I just wash it, and then I get it out and put it in the case. I wring it out the best I can, put it in the case, and then it's ready for whenever I need it. And that's not completely airtight. I mean, there's still air can get in there, but this is an extra chewing gum. This is the case that if you get a big pack of it, this is the case that they come in, and whenever I finish the gum, I just pull the papers out and use it to put my chamois in. So that's just another little tip. All right, so we have our card base, we have our two pieces, and we have our deckled dies. Scooch that over just a little bit. Put those together. I'm finished with my stamp for now. And this here, I'll bring in my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. Trying to get it where you can see what's going on. Okay. And then I have my plates here. My workstation's not very large, and so I have to have a drawer pulled out of my Alex drawer to make it as a desk. And I have a table beside me that I had my machine sitting on. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this smaller piece to make certain that, if I need to cut it out or do another one, I can. So this one's the one that's a little bit closer to the top than the bottom, and so I like it better than the other side. Then I want to leave room to put my little glitter things. So that looks pretty good, at least I hope it does. Put that together. And this is number 1, number 2, and then a number 3. This is also a number 3. It's just I ordered it from a different company for this type of machine, but I ordered it in a certain color so that when I take it to class, they know that this one on top is just for the top. It is not for cutting, because I don't want them to accidentally cut into it, because when you have a cutting plate that goes on top that's been all cut up, it leaves those cutting images into your project, and I don't like that. So I have one that's specifically for just for putting on top to run it through. So it's the top plate. So take that and show you how. Just cut right through that. Take that, that's trash. Put this back down here. Whoops. Back down here for the next one. We're going to peel this off. So here's the back side. I guess it would have been fine, but I wanted it to have a little bit more here. It's a little crooked, but it will be just fine once we get it on the card. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put that die over here, so I hopefully won't lose it. And then we're going to do the glimmer, but instead of doing it on the side that is the glimmer, I'm going to flip it over and do it on the side that's the white. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to try to turn it just a little bit so that I can see it and you can see it. Okay, so we're going to do it like this. And so it's number 1, the thick plate, number 2, the little shim, number 3, the clear cutting plate, and then the next one's going to be a third one as well, but it's going to be a colored one. So we're going to put this here. Try to get it straight and lined up, centered. I'm going to tape that right there. And this next one, I'm going to center as well. And then, let's see. Wait a minute. Let me double check, because I think I'm putting one too many. Yeah, I don't think I need this one. That one there, I don't think I'm going to need. And I'm going to put this one right there, just in the center. It doesn't have to be straight. This one here, I kind of want it straight. If I need to, I'll go back and cut the other one. I think I only need 2 because I need 2 layers, and then that's the third one. So we only need 2. I didn't need that one. So this one's probably the third one, and then this one is the second one from the smallest one. Sorry about that confusion, but it had been a couple days since I made this one. So I'm going to run this through and do the die cutting. Sorry about the shaking of the camera and all that popping and cracking. It does that a lot, so I'm not worried about it. So move that out of the way. That over there. Take these pieces here. I know what I needed that one for. We do need that one, just not necessarily for this part of it. Okay, so we have 1 piece, 2 piece, and 3 pieces. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have that. Now then we need to do this one. This one is going to be with that one. So that we did need it, just I was trying to put it on the glimmer paper when I didn't need to do that. So I was doing it a little bit wrong. But we all make mistakes, and you know, you leave it in the in your videos so that others can see we're not always perfect whenever we're doing this. And I've been doing Stampin' Up for I had my 18th anniversary on September the 15th. So I've been doing this for a little while, and so I still make mistakes. Probably every day I make a mistake of some sort when I'm crafting. So we're going to start that through here, and we're just not cutting this with 1 of the decal dies because we only need 2 layers of this. So we're going to get multiple layers out of these 2 pieces of layering. And I know the ones that are in red, I did those on the back, and these I did on the front, but it's because I did not want to dull my my die cuts, because if you cut onto glimmer paper, a lot of times it dulls it. So I did not want to do that. So we have this. Now, instead of the 1 sheet and 2 sheets, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus our sentiment. So we have all that, and I'm going to need to bring in, I think I'm going to bring in a silicone mat, and I'm going to do it, I think that's on the one side, so we're going to do it on this side. All right, so I'm going to put this down, and we're going to take this piece, and we're going to add glue to the outside edge of this piece, and we're going to mount it on to here. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Okay, and this is not a hard card. Once you get all your pieces die cut, it goes together fairly quickly. I'm trying to have my videos not be quite so long, but sometimes I've got so much to share that it is. Okay, so I'm just putting it on the outside edges. So you saw how I did that. Hopefully it's just, you know, all along the outside edge. And then we're going to line that up on that piece of glimmer paper. Red Festive Glimmer Paper, and you're going to press that down, and you want to hold it for a few moments so that it can adhere well. I noticed I didn't put any of my rings on. Took them off to make some biscuits and forgot to put them back on. But that's all right. So I'm just pushing off some of this excess glue that's squeezing out. And I'm going to lay this upside down so it can dry. I'm going to just rub some of this glue off here because that's what the silicone mat's great for. All right, so then now this one we're going to bring in. We're going to add this layer to it. And so I'm going to go along on that outside edge again. Like that. And we're going to layer that onto this other piece of red glimmer paper. The back of this is also very pretty. It's that red stripe. So I'm just going to hold that for a few moments. So we have that. And then we're going to bring this in, and we're going to add our sentiment to this piece. Okay. I'm going to center that. Like I said, my sentiment's not exactly straight, but these are homemade cards, and they did not come from Hallmark. They came from my studio, and so they are what I have and the way I make them, and they're not perfect, so, and I'm okay with that. All right, so we're going to take our card base. Make sure it opens this way. Yes, it does. And then we're going to grab dimensionals. I'm going to look and see. They're right here. You can do where you just glue this down, but I'm going to pop this stuff up and do dimensionals. But I think the first layer I'm going to glue down, because if I don't, when I put the next one on, I'll have to do double. Well, I'll show you. I think I'll do it that way. So I'm going to add dimensionals around this outside edge. And I did not do the first card this way, but I'm going to show you how you can make this work. Because without a center, nobody's going to know that we cut that out. But I'm going to pull these off. Okay. All right, so we have all that. Okay, I'm going to pick this up, and my Christmas bulbs are hanging down, and this is the bottom of my card. So I want to line that up. Like that. So let me see. you can kind of see that it's raised up there. So it's like a picture frame right at the moment. And you could make a picture frame if you have a photo of your family that's, about this size that you could put behind there. You could make a picture frame like that. But that's not what we're doing today. So there's that. So then I want to put this one on here. But if I just put dimensionals here, it's just going to make it the same height of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dimensional there, one here, one there, and I'm going to pull these backings off. Bear with me here a moment. Then I'm going to take another dimensional and line that up on top. Same here, we're going to line that one up on top. There's our third one that way. Okay, and then we're going to take these backings off of there. Okay, so we're going to see it's not going to overlap very much. So if we want, we can put one in the corners here as well. Be certain, leave myself one for the sentiment at least. And so I don't want it to sag, so I was thinking that I would have room to put them on the sides here, but I do not. So I'm just kind of adding a few more. I don't think I need one up there. So I want to make certain that my ornaments are going the same way as they are on here. And then we're going to line that up. Kind of like that. Whoops. Okay, and then press it. And then you can see there's a little bit of dimension there. So it's not just glued down and flat. Okay, so there's that. And then this one here we're going to put in the middle, and because we've got different pieces there, it'll give it some stability. So we'll put one there and one there, and we don't need to double that. You can if you want, but you don't need to. But then this makes them where they're one dimensional layered. Even though there's two behind this one, because this one's raised up and it was an opening, it makes it where it's the equivalent of one. So now, the only thing on this one that's raised up is the sentiment. And this one it's all raised up. So it's a little bit thicker. So if you want to put it through the post, you can, do it here, just where it's got just this one raised up. But with this one here, this one's raised up. I think I'm going to have to put something behind here because it keeps sagging down. That might be fine. So here's that. Now we're not finished yet. And I'm not going to put anything on the inside right now because this was for the technique, but I usually cut pieces for the inside and decorate them as well. But I don't have that right now. Let's see if I can get... I take your pick tool still packed up. So I'm going to take this and take that off. I'm going to put one here. And here's another little trick. When you're going to do threes, which you want to do, usually do odd numbers, you're going to put one on the side, one down here on the side, and then you split the difference with the third one. And it makes it more even than if you're trying to put them in a row. So there's that, and then I'm going to take some of these yellowish green ones, and I'm going to add one up there, another one right there, and this blue one that's blue and green. I'll bring it down here. So there's a little bit of extra sparkle on there. So that is my technique for today. I hope that you've learned something from this. I don't know if you've tried it, but in the past when I've made them, I've cut this piece, I've cut that piece, and I cut that one, and I cut each layer, and that's a lot of paper, which, if you use a lot of paper and then you bought more from me, that would make me really happy. But I like to give everybody little tips and tricks on how to save on some of their supplies, especially if you're a demonstrator and you are doing classes and you've got very many at all. You need to figure out ways to make your product go further so that you can share your love of crafting with more people. And so I don't like to have to buy 2 or 3 packs of, being this just has a few pieces of DSP with it, but it's got all the die cuts and things. It's a really cool pack of paper, but it wouldn't be enough for to do very many in a class because of if I was cutting them each layer out. So by conserving paper, it makes it where I can offer it to more people. And so that makes me happy that I can share what I love with more people. So this is the one that we made today. And this is one that I made earlier. And this one's more of it's all level except for this. But then I took it a step further and I used different DSP so that, yes, this is a Christmas one. I like to get a jump on my Christmas cards, and so I have several already made. And when I do my mystery stamp, a lot of times I make those into Christmas cards so that I have plenty whenever it's time to start sending out those. And so these two are Christmas, but I wanted to show it in a different DSP so that you could be for a birthday or what have you, or just a thinking of you. So that I did with that Simply Zinnias. And so I did everything the same way. I did a different card base, and then I did our, what color is this? Oh my goodness, Melon Mamba. I could not remember that. I am so sorry. And then I did our DSP where I cut that out, but I layered this one also, and then I layered that. So I did this one more like this than like this. And so I think they're beautiful, really cool ways to do your layered spotlight, because it spotlights each section, and you can tell how this one here just goes together, and then down here it goes together. You have to line them up, but with having this little extra layer underneath, you don't see the cut lines. And that's what's really neat about this, is that you can make your product go further, and everybody gets this and they're like, man, that, how did you do that? And so that's the fun in it. Whenever you can give a card to someone and they're trying to figure out how did you make that, and then it sparks an interest in them that they want to learn how to make a card. And so I hope you'll give this a try, and I hope you enjoyed your time with me. And like I said in the beginning, if you like this card, please give it a thumbs up, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube. And then I encourage you to join my newsletter. I will leave that in the description of this video, both on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you join my newsletter, you find out about the new product stuff that's coming out. Like, we've got some new online products coming out, and there is one of them that I am absolutely in love with, and I think you'll like it too. And there'll be some like Valentine's Day things in there, and then we have a new special to join. So if you want to join my team of lovely ladies, then I would appreciate that too, and we would take you into our family, and we have team meetings and different things like that, and we get together and do shoebox swaps. We had one last Friday, and so it was a lot of fun. And so if you're thinking about joining Stampin' Up, I would love to have you join my team. But with my Facebook group, you can always follow me on there, and then on YouTube you can you can subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate that. And then you touch that that bell for notifications, and you learn about whenever I'm either going to go live on YouTube, or I upload another video. And so it just keeps you in the know of what's going on with Creative Coach. And so also, let's see, there was something else that I needed to share, and what was that? Oh, if you share my videos, that gets me out there to more people so that I can share what I love. And so just think about joining my newsletter. I also, or my email list, and I send out a newsletter, and then I let you know about my other videos and my other classes and different things. I have in the past done online classes, but one of my dear friends had passed away, and I just took some time off from that just because I needed some time. And so I'm going to try to get back into doing that this October. And so I think the next online class that I'm going to do is in motion cards. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting that all designed and squared away. So look forward to that coming your way. And so thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful evening and happy stamping. Bye-bye.